Jacks down. See, it'll tell you jacks are down. So we'll see here it says retract, all jacks. You hit that, let it do its thing. It's all automatic. That jacks down sign light will go away once everything's done, and then you're ready to go. You can leave the campsite. Okay, so let's go down here to the multi-purpose switch panel. Right here with the engine running, you'll have to have the engine running to do your slide. So there it says driver slide. I'm going to hit extend. I hold it. A couple things to be careful about is to make sure there's nothing along the walls of the slides, because that's where things can get damaged. So you just hold the button until it's all the way out. It stops on its own, then I'll release the button. There you go. Okay, now if you'll come back over here, we're done with driver slide. Now we'll go to passenger slide. Extend, same situation. Make sure that nothing is in the way of the frame right here, of the frame, and make sure that this seat is up far enough so the seat doesn't get hit. You can tear that very easily. Another common mistake. So now, as you can see, we just basically doubled the square footage of the living room here. Okay, so now, if you'll turn the key off, Elaine. Okay. Now, come back up here. You can only operate the awnings with the key off. So here we go, passenger slide, door awning. The door awning is this awning out here, and I'm going to extend that to show it to you. All right, can you see that? This is just a cover that comes over the stairs for when you're unloading groceries in the rain, that type of thing. We always want to remember to bring that back in if there's rain or wind in the forecast. All right, now the next step, if you'll come back up here, we're going to go to patio awning. Now this is the large awning out front. You can see it goes out all the way. Same rules apply here. Pay attention to your weather. It stops automatically. Now you're ready to camp. Okay? All right. Now back up to here. This is your power control system. Not too much to worry about here. That would only be something that you would want to have to look at if you had a problem and you're calling me on the phone. But it just kind of controls things like brownouts and surge controls, that type of thing. Here's the generator. You don't need to worry about that because you can use the generator down here. That's the only thing you need to know about on your generator, right there, on and off, okay? And then back up to the panel. This is your, up here it says tank test. You'll see some lights come on. It'll tell you black, gray, fresh, and LP gas volume. So you'll want everything on empty in the black and gray. Leave the fresh water alone. I'll take care of that. And I'll take care of the LP. So this is actually just the black and gray. You want to make sure everything's drained. Also, here's the inverter. Right here it says Magnum right here. If you don't have the generator running and you don't have power at the campground, you'll hit the on button far left here twice till you see a green light. There you go, the green light's on. Okay, but since I'm running the generator, I don't need to run that. So I always leave this off unless I'm using that power. Here's the air conditioner. There's 3 different zones. There's zone 1, which is up in the front where the driver's seat is and the passenger seat is. Zone 2, which is the living room right behind us. And zone 3 is the master bedroom. Pretty simple to control here, very similar to what you see at home. Cool, off, and heat settings. You just simply put it on the zone. Do you want it on auto? Do you want it on high speed fan, low speed fan, or fan only high, fan low? That's your call. Now, something to understand about the heat is when you are plugged into power or you're running the generator, you'll have your heat off in zone 1. Zone 2, you'll have the mode set to where it says there's off, heat electric. It's got a heat pump. It heats really nicely, very economically. It won't overconsume gases, that type of thing. All right, so back to cool though, it's hot. We're gonna put it back there. So that's all you need to know there. If you have any questions, obviously give me a call. Okay, come on in, let's show you a couple things you need to know here. This is where it gets pretty easy. I'm gonna just sit down. Come on over my shoulder here, Elaine. Okay, so down here, I'm gonna turn it on. You always let it pause for a minute till some of the lights go out, then you start it up. Normally it takes about 15 seconds just to heat the glow plug up for the diesel. All right, so here's my mirror, my camera system. You can leave it turned off if you'd like. So when you put it in reverse, it will automatically come on. Or if you put the blinker on to the right, it'll automatically come on and show you what's next door to you, okay? And same thing here, okay? All right, so back in neutral. That's all you really need to know right here. Okay, so back over here. Here's your dash air conditioning, straightforward, just like an automobile. Here's your entertainment system. You have to hit agree because it's got navigation. So it's on navigation now. So when you go here and you hit source, or excuse me, top, it'll tell you navigation, AV source, or Bluetooth phone. I use the Bluetooth for entertainment, so I can watch movies, or excuse me, listen to my own music on my phone, that type of thing. Okay, and there's navigation, pretty self-explanatory. No route plan, but you want to plan one. Is that what you want to do? Yes. And then you simply put in an address, a favorite, a point of interest, or you're going home, which is my house. That won't help you. All right, so we'll turn all that off. Okay, so the next step is, let's look at the dash real quick. Okay, in the dash, these two gauges here are your air compressors. Okay, so we normally want that to operate somewhere around 100-ish. In fact, the air brakes won't work when it's time to leave until it's on about 75. So when you first start it, it's been sitting for a little while, let those gauges come up to about 75 before you activate the brake, the parking brake. Here's your temperature here. Here's your PSI and battery. Not much to watch there. Your gas, obviously. The green squares there tell us how much of the DEF, which is the diesel emission fluid, that I'll take care of and make sure it's always full. Your RPMs and your miles per hour. Okay. This little light here tells you that the generator's on. It's a green G. All right. Now, if you look at the steering wheel, on the left side, that's your cruise control. Pretty straightforward. On and off. Set, resume, and cancel. And there is the fog lights that run outside. I've never used those since I've owned the coach. And if you look over here, here's your windshield wipers. All right, high and low constant. Washer fluid if you need to rinse your windows. And then this one here is the intermittent. You click it the first time, let it run one time, watch your window. When you see a lot more rain again, click it again. You self-time the intermittent wiper. Very nice feature. Here's your lights, your running lights, headlights. It's on off now. There's parking lights, there's running lights. Okay, obviously that's pretty self-explanatory. Here's the heated mirrors, which if you're in cold weather and you'd like to thaw your mirrors out, you can do that. Here's your electric mirror control right here. There's the left mirror, right mirror, up, down, left, right. Pretty self-explanatory. Here's the transmission, very simple. Always engage your foot on the brake first, put it in drive. There you go, and you'll see the 6 show up. And I always put it in mode and light that red light up. That'll save you a lot of money in diesel fuel. That makes it shift a little bit differently. So make sure you have it on drive mode. And when you're ready to park it, you always just put it back in neutral and you engage this brake down here. Can you see that, Elaine?
Let me hand it to you.
Okay, down here, that is the parking brake. So foot on the brake, push it in, now you're ready to drive. When you pull up, you're ready to stop, pull it, you'll hear it engage, come over to here, and hit neutral. Here you go, Lane. All right, now we have 5 controls over here. The utility light, that's going to be, I'm not sure. Oh, you know what? That lights up the engine compartment in the back. Auxiliary start, you'll never have to worry about this, but if the batteries were left on for some reason and they drain, you'll hold this in order to start your generator and that type of thing, or to start your engine. What that does is that combines all the batteries together. All right. Now here's the docking lights. This is good for when you're backing in at night. You turn this on, and it's a clear light that lights up back by the rear tires, so you can see what you're doing. Now the fan is the fan right up here, high and low. Okay. And then that one's got its own control over there, Elaine, if you want to just show them what it looks like over there.
Passenger side.
Okay. Now, back over here, one important thing, we'll always leave this on, okay? That's your Jake brake, that's your air brake, okay? So when you are coasting to a stop, it'll activate an accessory brake that slows the coach down for you. It makes it very comfortable, and it's a lot easier on the brakes and easier on the driver. Okay, so I think we've got everything covered here. Let's head to the back. Let me show you a few other things.
Did you want to show them the seats, how they swivel?
Oh, yeah.
And heated seats and
Yep.
whatnot?
So come down here. All right, so these are electric seats, all right? This right here is front and back. Okay, this is the tilt of the back, here or here. Remember, this is the one to be careful of when you're bringing your slides in or out on the passenger side, because a lot of times you can damage the seat. This control here, you pull this up when you're ready to turn the entire seat around. Once you're camping and you'd like 2 more nice seats to face your family, that's what you would do there. When traveling, just back to the neutral position. Right here, this is the electric ottoman. Turns this into a recliner. Very nice feature. My wife loves this. It gets used quite a bit. So just up and down. It's got heated seats as well in case you're traveling in some cool weather. And that's right here. So the up position is high, down position is low, the middle position is 0, and you'll see 0, 1, and 2. All right, same controls on the driver's seat. Okay. Let's go back and show some more things. Actually, let's do this panel right here too, Elaine. Okay, this right here, this is all your luggage and storage underneath the coach. You turn that on, it lights everything up. It's awesome. This is your entry light. You turn that on, and it'll turn these lights on above you, just for getting on and off, but it stays on constantly. If you have it in the middle, it turns it off all the time. If you put it on light like that, it's only when you're coming in or out of the coach. The step or entry, okay? You'll want to turn that on once you've turned everything off and you've set up your camp. This will make sure that the step stays out at all times. It'll stay out all the time. Always when you're coming out of the coach, be careful that the steps aren't moving. Don't step on the step while it's moving, or you'll damage it, or you will get hurt one way or the other. So make sure it's stationary. The porch light is exactly what it implies. That's the light that lights outdoors. So when you're outside watching TV, cooking dinner, and it's starting to get dark, you can turn these lights on. It's a really nice feature. So, but when we're driving, here's how I leave it. Porch light off, step off, ceiling light in the middle, and the luggage lights off. So now we're ready to drive, okay? All right, so let's head to the back. It's a little easier from here. Basically a full-size fridge, everything self-explanatory. The ice maker admittedly is a little slow. It doesn't keep up sometimes until you've been hooked up for a day or so. So just be patient with that. We've tried to get that corrected. We still have not been successful. This is our convection oven refrigerator. Good point, honey. This is something that you always have to lock while you're underway, because what happens, you'll make a right turn and everything comes flying out. We've done it more times than we want to talk about. So don't make the mistake we made, and if you do, joke's on you, okay? Lock it up. Okay, this is the convection oven. It microwaves and it bakes, okay, so whatever you want to do. Very self-explanatory. If you look, up here, if you get stuck in operating one of the appliances or something, here's the owner's manuals of everything we have in the coach. So one of two ways we can get it resolved. Either give me a call and I'll try to talk you through it, or you can look it up yourself, okay? All right, so everything's self-explanatory here. It's got a surface light. Surface light here turns on, or you can use it as a night light. If you push it again or push it a third time, it turns it off. All right, so right here is your 12-volt water pump. So you're using the water that's in the holding tank right now, and you need to wash dishes, flush the toilet, get a drink of water. You turn that on, it lights up yellow. Now you've got water, okay? All right, and the one next to it is this light right here. It's underneath over the sink. That's just an on-off light. That's all it is. And then right here, we've got 2 electric fans on this rig. The electric fan will, if you've got anything cooking, you've got trying to get some odors out of the coach, if you'll come right back here, honey. Okay, so you'll always leave the fan on, and all you'll ever do is this. So now it's down all the way. Let's try to turn it on and get rid of some of this. Okay, so as you can see, it turns on an electric fan. When you're done, just lower the lid, and it turns off automatically with a switch. And it just stops on its own and you're done. All right, it's got the same exact thing in the bathroom, same exact thing. Okay, here is the television. All of our televisions, there's 4 of them on this rig, all have the same remote, all made by Sony, all very easy to operate. Here's the remote control. So when you step up and you want to watch, you hit the green button, hit the green button, there we go. And there's 2 options that come with the coach. That will be cable TV when you're hooked up at your campsite, or with the powered 12-volt antenna, which in most areas you get anywhere from 30 to 60 channels, high definition. So the old days of Air TV have really gotten nice. So if you have a DirecTV receiver, you can bring that, and I'll be glad to connect that for you, because we have DirecTV moving satellite on the rig. So while you're riding down the road, you can watch your DirecTV without missing anything. But that's how it works. All right, so what you would do is, let's say you're going to run off cable TV now. On the very top, there's an input button. You hit input, and there it is on TV. You hit select. Okay, so that tells us where we are. So the next thing we'll do is we'll go to menu, go down to settings, and you'll go down to this thing that looks like a TV antenna right here. Right click over to antenna, click it. It'll say cable or antenna, tell it that it's on a cable TV. You hit cable, select, signal type, then you go to auto program, and now it'll go and find all the channels. You put on OK, select, and just let it do its job. Come back to it in a little bit and it'll be ready to go. All right? Okay, here is your DVD player. All right, pretty easy to operate. This remote always stays right here. That's where we keep it, so you'll know where it is. This will tell you exactly what's going on. You turn on the DVD player. Again, it's a Sony as well. It's powering up there. And the first button right here next to the tray, you hit that. It'll open it up. Put your movie in. Push it back in gently. It'll go by itself. Hit play and go. This will also control your volume, or the TV volume will work. So, but there's one thing you have to do on the input when we do this. Okay, I'm going to cancel that for now, okay? Okay, let's hit input. Now we're going to go down to what's called satellite. I know that's the wrong word, but that's the one you have to use, is satellite. Satellite. Click it. Now it's going to read the DVD player. I'll try to get that changed, but for now just remember, you're going to watch TV for antenna or cable TV, and you're going to watch satellite when you want to watch the DVD. Okay? All right, we're going to turn this off. We're going to keep moving here. There's lights underneath here. 4 stations, 1 or 3 rather, 1, 2, and behind you over the sofa here, 3. All right. You've got, on every window, you've got shades. Then you have blackouts. Okay. Let me tell you, it blacks it out, folks. So you get to sleep in. Every window's got those. Okay. All right. Here, just storage cabinets, liquor cabinets, whatever you want to call them, whatever floats your boat. Same thing here, more storage for bottles, that type of thing. Cups, larger bottles, tons of storage on this rig. Now, if you get into a problem with anything 120 volt, meaning air conditioners shut off, the TVs, that type of thing, this is where we would find a reset for any of those fuses. Okay, and there they are, just like your home. Okay, so the first thing you do is to see if any of these are slightly clicked to the left. If so, all the way to the left, then back on to activate. But I'm happy to talk to you. You'll always have access to me if you have any questions. Okay. Let me see. Fully equipped kitchen. It's got everything. Good knives, silverware, plates, cups, bowls, you name it. You are ready to go. Okay, all the utensils you'll need. And then storage underneath here for cleaning supplies, garbage bags, that type of thing. We love to leave cleaning supplies on if you need them for yourself. I know how many times I've rented a home or something and wish I had something to clean up with when I make a boo-boo, right? These little insulators here just keeps things cooler or warmer and keeps the daylight out if you'd like. All right, here's the controls for the living room lights. You're on 2. This is the front row of lights. Here is the back row. All right, those are dimmers. You can make them as nice and dimmable as you'd like. And then you have this switch right here. This is just the hall light that lights this up. All right, so come on in. Let's walk into the bathroom real quick. Okay, very simple to use here. First and foremost, ladies, please, no feminine products in the toilet. It is a septic or a holding tank system, and it will destroy it. Here's other cleaning supplies and things you'll need: laundry detergent, everything you need, insect repellent. We thought of everything we could that we would appreciate if we were renting this coach. The way you flush the toilet is you simply push down this hand, with your foot, hold it. I normally count to about 10 just to rinse it good, and then just let it pop up on its own, and that'll make it seal up nicely. All right, so there you go. Here, let me show you these lights. 2 sets of lights in the bathroom, or here and here, and then this light is for this safety light out here. That's not a nice feature at night, so you don't stub your toes stepping up into the bedroom. Okay. And then here's another way you can turn on the water system as well. Okay, so the water system's now on. So back to the fan. Fan is always left on, and the way you operate the fan and the hatch up top is with this. So we'll raise it to turn it on, to open it up. When we take showers and such, trying to deodorize this room. Now, to turn it off, you simply hit the lower button again, lower it, brings it down. Good, there you go. And that's it. Everything is pretty self-explanatory. Now, when it comes to your shower, typical residential shower unit there, hot water's to the left. And this is something kind of nice to know. If you're running off of your holding tank water, you want to always kind of economize because you don't want to run out of water. So this is an on-off. You just turn this feature here or here, okay, and it'll turn it off. So the way you do that, you rinse down, get good and wet, get your soap, shampoo, lather up, then turn it back on, rinse off, and that way you can get easily 6, 8, 10 showers out of a holding tank, if not more. All right. Okay, and right here, this is a GFI. So if you have any problems with any of your outdoor electric receptacle's not working, come in and reset the GFI. Pretty self-explanatory there. All right, now I'm going to come back to the back. Here's your lights for the bedroom. There's a full on, and here's a dimmable set right here. So the way you take this slide out, you'll come up here, it says out. You hold that button. Again, making sure there's nothing in the way of the walls of the frame that might obstruct or create a problem when you're sliding your wall out. There you go. Now remember one thing, guys, whenever you're sliding your slides in or out, make sure you have at least a window open or the front door open. If you can imagine the accordion effect of this thing expanding and adding hundreds of square feet, it literally, it won't work properly. So you got to make sure it's replacing the air, okay? All right, king size bed, memory foam, a nice upgrade that we added when we purchased it, and it has really worked out nicely. Okay, here's your washer and dryer. It'll always be equipped with laundry products, whatever you need. Dryer up on top, just like a residential style. Same thing here, nice Whirlpool units. Here's where you add your detergent, softener, and bleach. Okay? So if you'll see in our listing where we talked about an excess cleaning fee. The excess cleaning fee is if you were to bring it back unlike it was when you picked it up, which I understand we're busy and sometimes we don't have time to clean. But if you have things cleaned, you've done your own linens and towels with the onboard washer and dryer, there is no fee. There is no cleaning fee. Bring it back the way you took delivery on it, and you can save that money. That's your call, but it's okay either way. All right, just storage here is all this is. We've got some 110 volt plugs right there. Like I said, all the televisions work the same on the same remote control. Same operation on all of them. Okay, here's your closet. Now, when you get on it originally, it's going to have these levers pulled down that keeps them from sliding, okay? So make sure to push the lever up, push the lever up, and now you've got an operational closet, okay? And also, likewise, when you're done, before you take off and start driving home, please lock those levers, because as you can see, they will get damaged as they slide. Okay, now it's got an onboard vacuum cleaner. Again, very simple to operate. I'm going to show you exactly where it plugs in, if you'll follow me. It's right here. All you do is you stick the hose in there and it runs automatically. You don't have to do a thing. Just do the vacuum, that's all. All right, if you'll follow me, we're going to head outside now. Now underneath here is everything you would need as far as kitchen stuff, okay? The Mickey Express has all the plates, cookware, everything you could possibly need, okay? Including an Instapot, which you've heard about, crock pot, everything comes ready to go with loads of storage for your kitchen. All right.